Welcome to episode 5 of this Manor Lords Let's Play. We're currently in September in year 4. Last episode we were building out quite a few of these fields because we want a little bit more food income. We want to get some of this barley growing and get that into mold and then into alcohol so that we can meet the requirement for this tavern supply here for quite a few of our burgage plot level 2s. And our goal is essentially to level up from a large village into a small town. So we've got quite a lot of level 2 plots. I think we can get level 3 plots in this episode. Let's see how we get on. I think I decided this time I'm going to have a bit of a plan. I'm going to come into this episode with a game plan rather than the, I guess, quite sporadic kind of play that we had before. We are going to build out some additional houses. I think I've been very, very slow with my expansion. I think I just really want to keep it quite steady, slow growth, very sustainable. I don't want to get ahead of myself in terms of not having enough food production or not having enough fuel production. So we're going to build out some more houses just because we're generally lacking workers to do a lot of the things that we want. So we've got a lot of things built. We've got our clay furnace here, we've got a forager's hut, we've got an apiary, we've got quite a few things that aren't currently being worked on. And actually, one thing I really want to show you, which I learned since the previous episode, and thank you for so many other people out there who are releasing videos for top tips, because this is one thing that I think would have been useful from the beginning, and I'm sure I'll put this in a video in the future. But press the tab key. Look at all this information. This is so useful. I wish I had this from the beginning. So what kind of information have we got here? So these are our hitching posts. So this is just telling us actually we have one available stable space here. It shows us where our current oxen is. Obviously, if we have more than one, I'm sure it's going to show that. It's showing us we have up to 5 families that we can have on here. So you can see each of these places where we can have someone working. It shows us that information, and it shows us the needs of these burgage plots. So all of these burgage plots, they really want alcohol. I don't know if I should be concerned about that. But it does also show us this green little icon here. This shows us that we can put a backyard extension in here. So this is super, super, super useful information. This also shows us that we've got 1 of 4 families working on this plot. We've got our little market stalls here. There's lots of great stuff. And I just had no idea that I could press tab. I just didn't do it. So I hope that information is useful for other people, because it's really, really good overview. And you can see a little trader going out there. And just generally when we're flying over, you know, look, you can see what obviously this is fallowed right now, but you can see what is the next crop in the rotation. This is great. Really big fan of this, and I will absolutely be using this a lot more in this episode. So what's our plan? We're going to build out some more housing. I think we need to find a nice spot for that. I'd like to build out some nice big burgage plots as well. I think maybe we can get some more people growing vegetable gardens, maybe some more eggs. We do have a pretty good coverage at the food market, but it's always useful to have that. And maybe, I don't think actually we're going to branch out into orchard, because heavy plow is definitely going to be more useful for us, or basic armor making. But I think we're going to build out some more houses, maybe 5 to 10, maybe more, see how we get on. I don't want to do it too quickly. We are in September, so we have a few more months, and then we're going to be going into winter. I'm a bit concerned that our fuel supply is only 7 months. Ideally, I believe from what I've seen in a few videos, the ideal amount is around 12 months. If you got that, then you're probably doing fine. We're at 7 months. Obviously, this game is so dynamic. It doesn't mean that we're going to run out. It just means that we need to move some families around. And because we're spread so thin at the moment, that's why I want to build more houses, so we have more people available. Our food supply is pretty good, and we can always ramp that up. We don't actually have anyone in the forager's hut right now. Hunting camp only has 1 person, and we've got farms on the go. and we're going to build some vegetable plots and things in the back gardens of our new houses. So there's a lot of potential there, and we also have lots of potential here for additional maybe a chicken coop or something else. I don't really want to create too many artisans if we need to get families in, but I think we do need someone. I think the one thing this doesn't show is the current family's specialization. I know you can kind of tell it from the back garden. So this is a vegetable plot, this is a chicken coop, this is a tailor's shop, but actually there's nothing really to indicate that. So I would like maybe another visual here or something that just helps you identify those a little bit easier. And this greenhouse over here, this says that we can actually upgrade this to have additional space, an extension there, and expand the living space. So what else are we going to do this episode? I'm just laying out a nice plan before we really get stuck in, because I think it just gives a little bit more structure to how we're going to build out and use this land. As you can see, Hildebolt, I always want to say Hildebrand for some reason. Hildebolt has taken pretty much every territory apart from this middle one. I'm a little bit concerned that not only have we got bandit camps, we don't really have much of an army. We're not ready for war. And if he takes this, he's going to come for us. That's the only place left. I don't think he has interest in defeating these bandits for us, even though they're on his land. So I think we need to prep and get ready for war. So what are we going to do to get towards that? I think we need to start using this iron deposit that we've got down here. It's only 238. Our clay deposit's actually pretty low. Stone deposit. We do have a very rich iron deposit over here. So maybe if we build up enough of an army, we could try and take this land, maybe through diplomacy, if that's possible. I don't really want to get into a fight too much. I would ideally maybe just defend for a little bit, but we'll see how we get on. I think the next thing we probably want to do is, as I said in the beginning, we need to hit this requirement for ale, for a tavern supply for our large village currently, but we want to get to a small town, and we can't get these level 3 plots without that. We've got quite a few level 2 plots where actually this is the only requirement, and we only need 3 to level up, and leveling that up is going to unlock another development point for us. And I think actually we're probably if we're going to war, we're probably going to want to put that into helmets, into the basic armor making, because we can also have production of spears and sidearms. We can have the production of shoes. We can also create shields. So we're going to need to do all of those to get our guys ready for war. And with our army, you can see that they also need equipment. We have spear militia, 20 spear militia. Well, we have 31 available, but we only have 20 spears and large shields, and we don't have any helmets or gambesons or anything like that for them. So we really need to start building that up, so if they do go to war, that they're going to be well looked after and they've got all the right stuff for us to make the most of that, because ultimately we don't want to lose people. That's going to bring our approval rating down. So let's see what we can do. And also with our retinue, we're only at 2 right now. We can increase that by coming over to our manor, and if we get a garrison tower, we can increase our retinue size by 12. So we can actually, what are we at right now? We're at 12, so we could get that up to 24. We need to probably recruit some new people in there, but I think I'm just going to go for getting a really strong unit of spear militia right now and see where we get to from there. So we want to build more houses. We want an iron supply, and then we're going to have to probably get a something to make those into. What have we got? Where is it? Yes, we need a bloomery to get that iron ore into iron slabs, so our guys can start working with that. So let's see how we get on. So I think this episode is very much going to be preparation for war. I don't know if we'll quite get to that point in this episode, but let's see how we get on. I don't know how people feel about the length of the episodes. I have brought them down slightly. I did have one that was around 1 hour, 45 minutes, I think, which maybe I could have broken down a little bit, but I'm going to try and keep these maybe between 45 minutes and an hour. Maybe less. We'll see how we get on. So, actually, one of the first things I'm going to do is, because if we want to start building out an army, everyone knows an army is expensive. And if we want to upgrade their armor, if we want to recruit, we're going to need quite a lot of money. So, unfortunately, I think we're going to have to... Let's increase those fuel reserves. I think we're going to have to increase some taxes here. Actually, we don't want to go in there. We want to go into taxes tab. And I'm going to put a land tax in. Right now, our approval rating is pretty good. We're not going to have any issues with people wanting to move here. We just need a little bit of money coming in. And we need this treasury money, not this regional wealth. We need the treasury money to be buying, hiring retinues and mercenaries. If we need them, we can always build up our own recruits. But I think I want to do a little bit of both. But let's build out some houses first, because I think that's going to be the main thing. As soon as we get more people coming in, we're going to have a great time. So where do we want to build this? We do have a nice space here. It's quite close to the manor. And there are a couple of plots here. Let's see where we can squeeze some nice housing in. Residential, burgage plot. And actually, we do want to go this way, I think, is probably the best way. Yeah, you can get two nice houses in there. So this little icon here shows that there's going to be enough room in the back for a workshop. And that's what we're going to want for some of these guys. I think ideally we're going to want something that's a bit longer. If we want these kind of vegetable patches, there's going to be more room for them. And actually, if we can have a little outhouse as well, so we have more families to work on that, that would be great. So I'm just going to build these anyway, because I want to fill up this spot and build this out. So let's get those going as a first priority. I can play this again. And let's see if we can find some other places for housing. I actually think maybe some around this church area might be quite nice. So you can actually remove roads that you've already got. If you're not happy with this, you can just press, I think it's Alt and click, and then you can just remove that. It will remove the whole road, so you just need to be mindful. So actually, I just wanted to get rid of this bit, but we could just... You know, roads are free. Build loads of roads. They're so free, it costs you nothing to get rid of them again. And it really improves. You can see a lot of these people, they're traveling on the roads. You know, they're making the most of this because it's going to make sense. So try and build roads as much as you can to make things efficient. Let's see if we can build a couple of houses over here right next to the church. We've got 3 there. I think I'm going to go way further back. Well, that's a nice little side plot there. Ooh. What should we... I actually quite like that. I think 2 houses with option for extension. Yeah, let's go for that. Gonna make that the second highest. Build this out as highest. I can say medium. We'll just put that as high. So we've got 1 family able to work on that at the moment. How are we getting on with the farms, guys? So they are currently... They are ploughing that, getting that ready. So we're going to be getting some barley in. Yeah, we should have enough time ploughing certain crops over here. I wonder if... So that's going to fallow. That's already in a good spot. I don't think we're actually going to get a lot coming in here for barley. Oops. But let's see. We have some... Burgage causes loss of approval. There is no clothing stall over here. These guys don't have what they need. Okay. And we could just build out some extra living space, but they're not happy already. So I think... Let's build... If we build a second market, we're probably going to need more people coming to fix it. What is going... What on earth is going on here with these roads? I'm just going to leave those for now. I think... Let's see... Yeah, it's just a distribution issue, I guess. because you don't have anyone working in the markets. You probably need more people just to work in the large storehouse, or actually whatever they're missing. So they're missing food. Yeah, they're missing food, so we probably... Where's our granary at? We only have one person working that, so we could probably use another one. I'm not going to build another market, actually. Once we get some more families in, I'm actually just going to get another person on this. We could increase the storage as well, but I'm not going to do that right now. Oh, yes. Another family has started moving in. I love that. And let's make use of tab as well. So you can see you got 2 families in there because we've got this extra space. This is great. Yeah, 2 residing families, 1 residing family. So you can see just generally that overview. And you can see here that these guys are missing out on the clothing side of things. Oh, that opening that manor always panics me. The sound of a war horn. All right, let's speed this up a little bit. Okay, great. We've got more families coming in. We have got this. Do I want to upgrade this immediately? I don't think I do. I just want people coming in right now. And let's see how our food does. Ideally, I think I would like some more fuel. So let's see. Let's see where people are working. This is such a nicer view. So I can actually come out quite a bit. So you can see you've got 3 people working there. We've got someone working our communal oven. That's definitely not necessary. So let's, although they won't be bringing that to the market, there's not really much to bring. So I'm actually going to have someone working the woodcutter's lodge to make sure we're bringing that in. Let's try and get this up to 12 and then just maintain it around 12 for that, both that and the food. I'm hoping. So we've got a rich deposit there. We're not really getting any berries. I would like to get some berries just for the variety. We do have a few. Let's see. So we've got someone on that storehouse. We're going to be building a lot, so I definitely need some logs still coming in. Let's see. Where are they working right now? I don't... Let's have them working over there. One thing I have noticed in between episodes, I have not been making use of the forester's hut, which plant new trees, and I believe they can collect herbs as well. I haven't been making use of that at all, and people are having to go further and further out. So maybe we use that at some point, but not right now. Our focus is going to be on getting these houses built. I'm really looking forward to this. I think I'm going to build a nice little veggie patch out there near the church. So let's speed this up even more. We should be getting some more productivity out of people. Now that's a nice burgage plot. And I think I'm going to immediately upgrade that space as well. So, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay. So, Valbrand is being claimed. This is now being claimed by the King's Men, or by Hildebolt. Again, not Hildebrand. I don't see his army here. I'm not sure I want to see his army. It's probably going to panic me as soon as I see it. But I think we just keep doing our thing. See how we get on. And we're slowly building this stuff out. Let's speed this up a little bit again. We've got that burgage plot as well. Yeah, we've got a lot of level 1s. We could be upgrading those. And food has gone down slightly. That is a nice long garden, so I think that is going to be great for some veggies. And we've got money for that. So that is the downside. These do all cost a little bit of money. These also cost some planks as well. Because we're going to be building some of those out, and we're going to need stuff for building each of these. I might need to up my timber production, but I think it's sustainable at the moment. And let's also get some... let's get the veggie plot going first. And I think... yeah, that's... living space is being expanded, which is why this wasn't available. So... is there a family in here right now? No. But we have 22 houses. We only have 15 and 3. So we've got 18. So we've got quite a lot of space extra. So we're going to get some people coming in, which is nice. Okay, we got a lot of shoes. Here's my guy building shoes. Building shoes. Making shoes. Okay. So we've got quite a few people spare. I think let's get someone on the granary. So they're not actually on the market stall. Interesting. And I think let's get someone else in the forager's hut. Okay, this is nice and supplied now. We're just lacking on the clothing department. Unfortunately, what have we got here? What is causing this? Saw pit, probably.
This is heavier than it looks.
Generic storage full. Yeah, we're nowhere near on that one, so I think we're good. So we have built 1, 2, 3, 4. I said 5 to 10, so I think we're going to have to go for another one. Is there a path through there? Yes, there. Ooh. Looks like it. Maybe we just build a massive house over here. And we just build one big one. 2. Yeah, I think we can do 2 that way. Let's do that. Then we're at 6 houses. That should be plenty and get loads of people coming in. We've only got 1 assigned. 3 families currently. Oh, I don't know if that forced early harvest. I didn't really want to do that. You have some barley in there. This is getting ready. We're in October, so it is still a good time. I want to get that all ready before winter, though. That's fallowing. Well, that's not even ready. Okay. I think we're going to have to assign a lot more people to this at the moment. So, let's take someone off this. And what do we reckon? Yeah, I think I'm going to take someone off the forager's hut. I really want to make sure my farm is going to be ready. You don't want to miss this. And yeah, we do want to build those out as well. So I will leave 1 family there. It would be nice to unlock heavy plow. I'm not super reliant on it at the moment, but let's see. We're definitely not going to get up to a small town at this rate in this episode. It does take quite a bit of effort to get this tavern supply and make sure we have everything coming in. So we have barley, but we need to turn that barley into malt, and in order to do that we need a malt house. One thing I would like to know is, have I already built one of these? Because I completely forget what I did in the last episode. But yeah, we certainly don't need this livestock trading post. I'm not going to be using that anytime soon. So let's see. Ideally we have some more families coming in, because I really don't want to neglect the fuel side of things. We've got a family there. We've got a family there. It does seem to be sustaining at 7 months. So I think, and our food has gone down slightly. I think it's just quite important for us to get all of this done as much as possible before winter. And we've got another family coming, so I'm actually going to put them on the berries. keep one family for constructing these houses. They're going to be great. Look at those veggie plots. They're looking great. Not going to upgrade that just yet. How are we doing for eggs, generally? I've got some eggs. Don't know why I'm looking there. I can look up here. Not loads of eggs, though. But I think that's a waste. All of that space, I think, is a bit of a waste. I think these smaller ones, you can have some eggs in. That's probably a bit better.
Cheated him? Never. Perhaps he simply does not know how to cook properly.
Love these little throwaway lines. Let's go for... what do you reckon? I reckon a little chicken coop out there. Because these aren't artisan skills. So they can still be assigned to do things. But all of these guys, as it says in the bottom paragraph, all of these guys are going to be doing that full time. You can't assign them to anyone else. So you need to be careful not to overdo it, or at least replace that person. Otherwise, you get in a position I've got where actually I've got a few artisans, I've got a tailor shop and things like that, but I don't have enough people really to go around. And that's how we're going to get this ale once we have enough malt. So we do have a good amount of barley, but we really need that turned into malt. But I'm going to kind of wait until I've got a few more people coming in
all the land.
when we've got these built and maybe some families moved in. And then we can get one of those to produce that. And obviously we need to build a malt house as well. So we have been warned winter is coming. Once we can... oh, we've got an empty work area. Ah, okay, that's good to know because we assign that. I'm just going to clear the work area and just let them do their thing. Yeah, it's always tricky, that one. You have to keep an eye on it. So, nice. They're seeding that, so we're going to have a good amount of wheat coming in. I really would like flax after that. So these are going to fallow. There's no way we're going to have time for that, so I'm going to fallow that. And go flax next season. And then fallow again. So we've got really one more month before winter sets in. I don't know if we're going to have time here. But let's see. They're definitely done here. That's starting to grow. That's always good. Need some good wheat production. Where is this? Is that still an issue? I hope not. So actually we're not building anything at the moment. And I think we're... the only other thing I can think to build right now is probably this. Start getting this iron supply and the malt house. But I think iron supply is going to be maybe just a bit more worth it over winter. So we can build our malt house already in preparation. Where do we put it? Do we want it close to the tavern? Do we want it close to the farm? Or maybe just somewhere in between? Or do we want it close to our storehouse? I think around here is probably actually quite good. I'm going to leave a bit of a gap because maybe we want to build something out in that direction for later on. Maybe I'll just put it here. It's not too far from the storehouse. What? Yeah, go on. Let's just go for it. And we'll let those families build that out. And then I think we're going to focus on having this iron deposit. We can also build that while that's going. So let's build that directly on it as much as possible. And then let's build a nice road offshoot. That looks good. So I'd like to have the roads feeling somewhat organic. Yeah, maybe we need to do stuff like that. We're not going to make the most of every single pixel here, but I think that's good enough. Okay, dwindling food supplies. I'm happy to spend a little bit more of this money on getting a... Did we go for a chicken coop in the end? I don't think we did we? Go for a chicken coop here. And more vegetables. Actually, I think this is a good one for veggies as well. Because that's why we wanted this extension. So let's go for that one for veggies as well. Look at those big plots. That is great. Okay. And we're going to get all those people from that. And once we get... Let's have that highest priority, because that really is priority to be constructed. And I think actually a road here is probably going to be slightly more efficient for them coming over. So how are we doing? We're at 37 now. Our approval rating's okay. I think actually I'm not scared to drop that down to 15. Because well, we can get 4 more families in. I'd love, can I do just manually? Oh, you can, okay. Yeah, I think 15% is actually ideal. I don't really want to do 20%. Just to get a little bit of dollar coming in, just in case. Let's keep that going. So once winter sets in, so these guys are still ploughing that. Hopefully we can get somewhat a good amount of seeds in there before winter sets in, but I'm not super confident that that is going to be possible. Let's get someone on this mining pit already. I think we just try and completely exhaust that, get all of that done, get it out of the way, remove it, and then we can just build something else. And then we're not having to constantly move stuff back and forth. So the seeding process is actually quite quick. I think they're all about halfway done. And obviously that does mean it starts growing as well. And this is flax. So we can turn that into linen, which is going to be great because we're going to need that for some of our clothing. What we're also going to need are heavy shields, which I mentioned before. Or maybe they're called large shields. You can see them there. We have 20 out of 36. Which looks like a big red square. For our spear militia, we're going to need those. And to build those, I think we need planks. So we have a good amount so far. I'm quite happy with that. But we always need more. So once we're finally in winter, these families can probably relax a little bit. Oh, I'm actually going to take... That's fully done. Everything else is fallowed. I'm really going to drop that all the way down. And let's ramp everything else up. So let's get really good production of food over here. And let's get some more timber coming in. We've got more people moving in. We can get even more in the woodcutters lodge. This is great now. So we've got a really big spread. And we're, I think, using them in the best possible way at the moment. So we've still got 3 empty houses, I think, or at least areas where people can be moving in. So we have, yeah, we could have extra family in there, I believe. Oh no, that's just a single. Maybe it's in here. Yeah, so we could have another family in there, which would be great. I might also upgrade those, but I think the play at the moment is really getting this, and probably someone else here to start moving this. I don't think we're trying to build anything at the moment, are we? Yeah, okay, we are. Firewood stall. Yeah. What are we trying to build? Oh, this is the storehouse that I paused. I think I'm just going to demolish that now. So we do have some flour in our granary. Yeah, I really want to get really want to get this food and fuel up. Fuel hasn't really moved, even though I have assigned someone else to it. there's definitely enough firewood for them to work on. So I'm going to take that off there and put another one here so they can start getting through that firewood and turning that into charcoal, because charcoal is a lot better for us in terms of efficiency. We did unlock that here, so it makes refueling twice as efficient, which is excellent. Right, winter is coming and we're definitely not ready, but people are being taxed. Unfortunately, they're not too unhappy about it right now, but they will be soon. And we've got all of our families assigned. I think that's good for now. We're going to get a lot of this iron. That storage is going to fill up very quickly. I'm hoping we're going to have someone grabbing some of that out of there pretty soon and taking that to the storehouse. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Someone's already on it. Someone's read my mind. Thank you. Oh, let's see if we can see them working hard. In the rain as well. Dedication. That is a grim job. Glad I'm not doing that one. Still, we have some burgage spots over here lacking clothing. I'm hoping I can get more linen coming in soon. I don't actually have any flax, which is a shame. But we should have some flax coming in. Got lots of hides. I wonder actually, maybe we want to be... these are all linen requirements. So we will be making clothes. I think we start making gambesons actually once we get linens in. And yeah, this guy's making shoes. Not, yeah, this is a cobbler. Yeah, so he also needs tavern supply, but we'll get there. I guess the other thing actually, we do have enough wood. Upgrading all of these level 1 plots is going to start generating some regional wealth for us, which is what we're using to upgrade these gardens and things like that. So we've got 20 level 1 plots. I think right now we're in a good spot where, you know, over winter is probably a good time to be upgrading a lot of these. So let's upgrade these. And oh, you can't do them both at the same time. Okay, maybe I should have done that one first. But all these ones that are really nice and close to the market, to everything else that we've got quite central, I think it's really worth leveling those ones up. And maybe... don't hit the requirement yet. We really are lacking clothing. So there you just need some leather and things like that. So we've got a lot of leather. Okay. And firewood stall, food stall. I think actually we can... One of the development points we had was the firewood cart and the food cart. I don't think we've actually built those out yet. Here we go. Firewood cart. And these have to be placed in the market. I kind of want that facing the road, however that was... Yeah. That's nice. And yeah, you can only build one of these each. So that's going to be good. That's a passive income of firewood, which is going to be nice to have. This still isn't moving too much, but not too much time has elapsed. So we'll see how we get on. That farm looks like they started it, but didn't really finish it. But we've got a whole field of flax here. Got a whole field of wheat. Just need to get through winter and we should be good. I'm going to ignore those guys for now, unfortunately.
Don't be shocked.
How are we doing on the iron pit? So... where is it at? Iron ore, 42 already. Pretty happy with that. But I still think maybe we just obliterate a lot of this. Oh, we have got a family spare. But I want to know if we're still above or below production of what we need for food and fuel, especially as we're now in December, so we're going to start seeing a lot of snow coming in. There we go. We're going to see that on the field slowly creep up and start freezing over pretty soon. But once I know, okay, so fuel has gone up, and I think we're probably in a good spot for food as well. So I'm glad I've taken the families off that. We're going to wait until probably autumn to harvest again. Yeah, so we need to wait quite a while on that. I think on the logging side, we've got 20. Yeah, I think because we're upgrading some houses here. Work area is empty. Let's just completely clear that work area. Oh, they've depleted it, that's why. Oh, let's just...
Cheated him? Never.
Okay, that's also a good thing to keep in mind. We've got 2 on there. So they can help upgrade what we're currently building out. And yeah, let's upgrade that to a level 2. And let's build ourselves. We've got our malt house here, but what we don't have is our bloomery, I think it's called, which is what we need to turn these slabs into iron ore. So, where's that going to sit nicely? Are they taking this directly from here, and then the person in the storehouse is going to take that? Or are they going to have to go all the way to the storehouse and get it? I think I'm going to put it here and see how the efficiency is. We may need another storehouse. I do have this one over here which does have some stuff in. I would love to just be able to empty it. I wonder if maybe if we reject everything it slowly gets emptied, but let's see. Right, we can play this again. The weather transition in this game is really, really great. You can get really into the village. It just looks so great. Really atmospheric. Get him. Right. Let's not get too off track. So I think we're doing well on our goals for this episode so far. We've built ourselves 6 new houses. We've got our iron supply over here. We're slowly getting through that. We're actually quickly getting through that, I think. We're at 66 iron ore already. We're just about to build this bloomery so we can start getting ourselves some iron slabs. And then we can use those to make tools and weapons. And hopefully some helmets. So we're going to have to build out an artisan somewhere over here. And I think just a smaller level 1 house would be great. But we do need to unlock basic armor making first. So we're getting these sort of ducks in a row really. And then I think having someone here on our malt house right now. Let's do that. And let's take one family off that and one family onto the bloomery, and they can start working through that. So ideally we can start leveling some of these up. So this is where we're going to need a lot of planks. So 8 planks per house. Right now we would actually have enough to fulfill this requirement. We don't have anyone working the saw pit at the moment. We have got a good amount of wood coming in, but I think that's okay for now. I want to keep this quite dynamic. So they're already producing malt over here. What we will need is we will need to upgrade a family into a brewery.
Firewood.
But this is a level 2, so we can't
Cheated
do it
him?
here.
Never. Step right up.
He
does not know how to cook.
Those voices can get quite intrusive. Right, we've got a lot of level 2s over here. This one looks good. Let's make them the artisans for ale. If we do that, we're going to take them off somewhere else. But let's do that anyway, because I think that's exactly what we need. Got 2 people working this storehouse. I think that's working really well, actually. We want people on that storehouse and not this one. We want them bringing everything over here as much as possible. I think for now, we'll take someone off this logging camp. I don't think that's actually in a really super efficient spot, but I'm happy to leave it as it is. And, okay, our fuel is going up nicely. We've got 2 people in the charcoal kiln. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna take him off because I think we've got enough people in the storehouse moving things around that we're going to keep the supply up for where we need it to be. And then hopefully the brewery just been built, so hopefully they can start taking the malt that we've got and start turning that into beer or ale. Hopefully that meets that requirement. I think that's really good progress. We've got quite a few extra roads here. Maybe just build these out so they look a bit more organic. I'm absolutely woeful at building roads. There we go. And sort of build this one to come around the corner as well. Yeah, I think that's a great expansion. We didn't hit all of the goals, but we're pretty much in a really good position now that we've got iron coming in. We're going to build out some iron slabs. We've got the malt house turning our barley into malt, and we've just built a brewery which is going to be getting us some ale hopefully soon. Let's see if we can see that. Not quite yet, but we will be getting there. Next episode, we will definitely be preparing for war and upgrading these houses. So it's going to get interesting. It's going to get chaotic. I'm not sure if we're ready for it. I'm not sure if we even stand a chance against Hildebolt, but we have to at least be able to defend our land. We've still got 15% tax. I think at the moment that's okay. Ideally, we would have a bit more approval rating, but let's see how it goes. We just need to keep up this variety. We just need to keep our people happy. But thanks for joining another one. See you in the next one.